This just seems like it's going to be a significant process.
At least 3 hours.
Bing with the Bing Eddie, the bio get this.
What's up, perfectly blended family, and welcome back to another video. I'm Greg, and in this video, Jasmine and I are making something special for our Christmas party tomorrow. But before we get into it, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so when we drop a new video, you're alerted. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, guys, it is Friday the 16th. Tomorrow is the Christmas party and I'm baking cookies.
And me!
And Jazzy's gonna help. So at the party tomorrow, the kids have the opportunity to decorate their own gingerbread men. So we're trying a new recipe today. We're doing a gluten-free version because, you know, Danny can't do gluten, so we're gonna try gluten-free. Recipe says it's amazing, the reviews are good. Let's give it a go and see how they turn out. All right, Jazz, where do we begin?
Okay, at number 1, preheat your oven to 350.
All right, let's do that. All right, so what's after stove?
Line rimmed baking sheets with unbleached parchment paper and set them aside.
Done. Guys, I don't know why maybe you guys know why, and I just haven't come across the reason yet. I have to cut my parchment paper because it's always so much wider than a regular baking sheet. And the only time I ever use it is to line a baking sheet. And it's like 4 inches wider than the baking sheet. So I cut it to, like, look at this. Look how much wider the paper is than the actual baking sheet. So I have to like cut all that off. All right, what's next?
In a large bowl, place the flour, xanthan, baking soda, cinnamon, ginger, and salt.
Okay, all the dry ingredients in one bowl.
Okay. And whisk to combine well.
Okay, let's do that. You know what? I'm gonna use a plastic bowl for the, wait.
Add the brown sugar and whisk again to combine, working out any lumps. That's
Okay.
number 2.
All right, so go ahead, put that in. That's this is 1 cup of flour. Just gotta dump it. Did you get it all?
There we go.
And then we gotta do a half cup.
Half cup. Let's see if I could find it. Half cup.
Yep. All right, the half cup. Perfect. Oh, look at our mess is already beginning.
Yep, that's beginning, if you can see.
Okay, this is half teaspoon xanthan gum. Go ahead, dump it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now we gotta add a 1/4 teaspoon to that.
Quarter. Ready?
Well, I'm ready. Just dump it, Chaz. Why do you want to sprinkle it so much?
Do it.
Oh my
Make
goodness.
it go everywhere.
You gonna stir it anyway?
I don't care. I still need to.
What do you got there? What do you have?
Baking, and it's soda.
Baking soda.
No, you have to bake it, but it's also soda.
Dump it in there. Half teaspoon baking soda. Just, oh my gosh. All right, what's next? What else do we got to add to that?
Cinnamon.
How much cinnamon?
Let's see. I don't know. It's 1/2 a cup. 1/2 a cup. I don't know how to.
1.5 teaspoons. You'll learn to read fractions.
Is this one?
So here's 1, and this is the half.
This is the one we're using?
No, you need both. So it's 1.5. Okay? Okay, let's grab the cinnamon. 1 teaspoon. Go ahead. Oh, here we go. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Just dump it in there.
Fine. Dump.
And now we need a 1/2 teaspoon. And a 1/2.
Dump.
Oh, good job. All right, after cinnamon, what's next?
Okay. Ginger.
Ginger, how much ginger?
1 teaspoon.
All right, let's get it.
Ginger.
Ginger?
Ginger.
All right, teaspoon of ginger, go ahead. Oh, now you're just dumping. Make sure you get it all out. Tap the bowl. All right, nice. After ginger. All right, good job.
So clean.
What do we got after ginger?
Salt.
Salt? And how
Ginger
much salt do we need?
We need 1/4.
1/4? Okay. 1/4. 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt.
Oh.
So 1/4 teaspoon salt.
3, 2, 1, dump.
Nice. What's after salt?
After salt,
I think we whisk it.
yeah, whisk to combine well.
All right, let me grab a whisk. Keep it all in there.
Go.
Go.
Okay.
Bring it closer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's pretty good.
A little later.
Alright guys, so it's late. I'm getting tired and we're at the point where we should be rolling out the dough and cutting out the gingerbread shapes. Look at the consistency of the dough. So this is, I should have read the whole thing through. Like, oh, it'll be the same. It'll be just the same as our gingerbread cookies from before, but it'll be, you know, the gluten-free version. I assumed. I should have read through. Because normally at this point, I would be sort of kneading it with my hands and, you know, then I would roll it out. I could just roll it right out on the counter, cut shapes out, put the shapes on the cookie sheet, use the scraps, and I would just do this process real quick. But that is not going to work with the texture that we have. Have a look.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Very sticky.
So it is a very sticky consistency. So what it recommends we do is take this dough, put it in the fridge for 10 to 20 minutes, let it get a little like stiffen up. Then lay a piece of parchment paper down, transfer the dough to the parchment paper, place another piece of parchment paper on top, and then roll it out. Peel the top layer of the parchment paper off. Dip your cookie cutter in cornstarch.
Which we can't use.
We can't use corn.
Because
Danny cannot handle corn.
he's allergic to corn too.
Yeah, he has a corn allergy.
So,
So, because the dough is so sticky, it's going to stick to the cookie cutter. But go ahead, cut your pieces. Put it back in the fridge, let it cool. Then peel off the scraps. Take the remaining, put them on your cookie sheet. Put the cookie sheet in the fridge while you're going through the process again with the scraps. This just seems like it's going to be a significant process.
at least 3 hours.
At least 3 hours. Oh my goodness. We would be well on if it weren't gluten-free. All right, let's just see how this goes.
15 minutes later.
So I took the dough, put it in the fridge for a little over 10 minutes. That seems to help a lot. So the stickiness has gone away and it's a little more firm. So I'm going to try and roll it out and get some cutouts before it gets too soft again. See how this goes.
A few moments later.
All right, maybe I spoke too soon. This stuff, oh my gosh. Like, okay, I got it out of the bowl. I got it onto the parchment paper. Look at that. That pile. This is what I'm dealing with right now. And, like, I really had to kind of scrape it out of the bowl. You're a helpful person over here.
What'd you say about me?
Our happy helper. Give us a wave.
You know how much I'm done today? Without your help, just stop. I'm so done.
I know you are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna see what I can turn this thing into.
10 minutes later.
I don't know who gave this recipe 5 stars. It's funny. It's one of these things where, oh, it only takes 20 minutes of prep time and 10 minutes of baking time. I've been at this for 2 hours to get to this point.
Well, what are you doing wrong?
Well, other than vlogging, and that takes time, like, it's very difficult to work with. Like, just for that alone, because the other cookies would be cooling by now. Like, all of them. This is crazy. So I'm still trying to roll this stuff out. So I'm giving it 3 stars just on difficulty alone. I haven't even tasted the cookie. The 5-star must be, like, there's 306 reviews giving it all 5 stars. It's like, it's not 4.5, it's actually 5 stars. These cookies are not, okay. All I'm saying is, they better be so delicious. Like, this is the best cookie I have ever tasted. That's the only possible way it's still going to get 5 stars.
Wrong sugar.
Oh my God. Chantel thinks, well, you use dark sugar versus light sugar. That's the problem.
It could be.
Why didn't you pick up light sugar?
Why did you pick up light sugar?
I was working today.
So was I, Greg.
Yeah, working on getting this stuff. You screwed up.
No, you did.
You missed something.
You did.
Okay, I really don't think that's going to make that big of an issue. But okay, I can't give it 5 stars because I didn't put the proper sugar in it. All right, let's try and roll this out. Look at this.
5 minutes later.
So I'm rolling it out, right? Here's what we got so far. Like, who's holding the parchment paper? The stuff slides all over the counter. You try and roll it, you're just sliding the whole unit back and forth on the counter. So I have to hold the parchment paper with one hand and kind of roll with the other hand.
Oh my gosh, I can help you with the parchment paper.
But it's silly, like, it's a 2-person job to roll it out?
It might be.
Come on, man. 5 stars, we're down to 2 stars. 2 stars just on prep. It's a 2-person job just to roll it out. So I couldn't vlog it while rolling it because it took 2 hands to roll it while Chantel's 2 hands were holding the parchment paper from sliding all over the place. I think what it says to do now is to put that back in the fridge to make it manageable. Then peel back the top layer. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So I've got the dough between the parchment paper, and then it says to peel back the top layer. Look at this. It just sticks evenly to both layers. Oh, make it more manageable. Put it back in the fridge. Look at the size of that thing. Where am I going to put that in the fridge? It's like bigger than a cookie sheet. There's no way I'm going to be able to cut it into a shape. Like, I don't know where I'm at now.
10 minutes later.
It's like midnight, and I'm gonna start making cookies from scratch again. Just the original recipe. But I'm gonna try and save some of the gluten-free ones. Putting them in the freezer. I don't know. Hopefully from there, I'll be able to cut out some shapes and do something with them so that Danny can have some cookies tomorrow. All right. Let's see how round 2 goes.
A few minutes later.
Alright guys, so it's like midnight and I'm falling asleep on the couch. It's been a really long day for both Greg and I. And just to play it safe, Greg is going to Shoppers Drug Mart. That's the only store in our area that's open 24 hours to get butter. Because in order to make our old gingerbread man, using like the old recipe, you need butter. And we don't have any butter. So he has to rush out and get butter just to play it safe because we didn't realize making these gluten-free gingerbread cookies would be such a challenge. It's all in the name of love for our boy Danny, but it is what it is. We're going to get through this night together. There's a few other things we need to do before we go to bed.
My phone.
So I'm going to try to get the other stuff done while Greg prepares the cookies. So,
I'll be back.
no kiss?
You ever give me a kiss? You didn't get your butt off the couch.
Okay, babe, I'll see you soon. Alright, it's just like one of those nights, guys, but we both know, Greg and I, everything always works out in the end.
Many minutes later.
Alright guys, so Greg's back home and he just Googled what is the fastest way to bring butter to room temperature. So he started cutting up butter and he weighed the exact amount we needed. And they said doing it this way, cutting up butter and leaving it at room temperature for 10 to 15 minutes will bring it to room temperature in no time. So he's done that. I've done laundry. The kids are going for a sleepover tomorrow, so I have to pack everybody's bags because Amaya's at her dad's house. And tomorrow's such a busy day because Danny's going to a birthday party before coming back to our Christmas party. So it's a bit of a really busy day and I'm just trying to get everything organized. Greg is just solely focusing on the cookies and wrapping tonight. I'm doing laundry. I'm getting all the supplies ready as well as packing the kids' bags. And I have to wash Jasmine's hair. Didn't have enough time to do it tonight. I would have liked to, but no, it wasn't going to work. It's just getting too late. So I don't know if Greg mentioned, now that the gluten-free gingerbread man dough is in the freezer, and it's been in the freezer for some time now, I'm going to say like at least over half an hour, it's looking like much easier to take the paper off, where earlier Greg was saying that it was sticking like glue. It's not doing that anymore. So it looks like the freezer, keeping it in the freezer is doing the trick. So Greg's here just eating. Is that like gluten-free cereal? We've gone completely gluten-free. I'm going to say like 80% of the things in this house is gluten-free. And if some of you guys don't know, Danny had an allergic reaction, a really bad allergic reaction just around Halloween. It was just an abundance of consuming wheat. And we realized, at this point in his life, he can't tolerate it anymore. He keeps having these reactions. We had a few near misses after that big reaction he had over Halloween. And we're like, you know what? He's really sensitive to gluten. We're going to get rid of it. And as a family, as a whole, we're just going to go gluten-free. And that's what we've done. And we're realizing it's really challenging to go gluten-free, like extremely challenging, especially like making these gluten-free cookies. But babe, I think like by the end of it, it's like, since we know the tricks and stuff, I think it'll be okay. Yeah. But, anything new can be challenging, and we're realizing that. And it's just like getting used to this new dietary lifestyle. But we know it's going to be okay. So that's where we are, guys. We're going to get these cookies done. I'm making a checklist to make sure we have everything ready for the party tomorrow. I'm so excited. The kids are really excited too. And yeah, that's what's up. All right, guys, we'll check in with you in a bit.
2 hours later.
All right, guys, so it's now 3 o'clock in the morning. We are both just done. Greg is finishing up. he went through with making the old recipe for the gingerbread men, and aren't you happy you did?
Like,
It came out way better. Well, I shouldn't
Yeah.
say that.
Well, like I've done this before, so I'm a little
Okay.
more. It's exactly what I expected. Threw it together, and it's totally workable. You put it in the fridge. I was actually wrong. It goes in the fridge for 3 hours minimum.
Okay.
And then as soon as I saw that part, I'm like, I do remember doing that. Because I think I mentioned earlier, like we would have been done by now and baked. Obviously, we wouldn't have. But so I took the time to prepare it. We'll put it in the fridge tonight. So it just needs to be cut out tomorrow and baked. So
Show you guys.
this is the second disc.
So yeah,
The other one's in the fridge.
two of these, and the others in the fridge. All for the kids and to have a good Christmas spirit. But yeah, everything's gonna like turn out amazing, and I'm personally excited for it tomorrow. Are you excited about tomorrow?
So excited.
Are you? Guys, it's Greg. Alright guys, we're gonna say goodnight, and we will see you tomorrow at the party. But before we leave out tonight, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we don't want you to miss a thing. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bing with the Bing Eddie, the bio